Sup guys, BZ Chance Sarkins Queen. Today we're back with another video. Today, not that one. There's one that I have been wanting to play for a while. Chat with the Devil, because, this is just so perfect. I've wanted to play this one for a while, and I thought it'd be really good to make a video on it. You will lose, I don't even care. Yes, continue. Welcome to Discord chat. Oh, we're on Discord. Discover new people and make new friends. That's legit what Discord says. Enter your username, Mac. Welcome, Mac. You start off with user rating 8 out of 10. You can buy virtual currencies, similes, and other objects to chat with others. Do you want to connect with a random user? If only Discord was like that. Yes. Attempt to connect. Can Discord even really do that? Leave in the comments below if you know if Discord can actually even do that. Because I remember on Yonder Simulator, it does the same exact thing. Well, it's not Discord, it's Yancord. Leave in the comments below if you know if Discord can do that or not. Connected to user Lucy. User rated 1.5 out of 10. Hi, Lucy. Do I look like a girl with daddy issues? Are you okay? Answer my question. Haha, I do, have daddy issues, I mean. In case that wasn't obvious. Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Totally not dying inside and plotting my father's death like Tiki Toby. I mean, what? Your user rating's pretty low. What happened? I got in a couple of fights. No big deal. Didn't start any, of course. No, I don't do that. But my father, your dad did this, in a way. Are you okay? Do you need me to call someone? No, it's alright. I don't need you to call anyone. I want something else. What do you want? To tell you a story. Ooh, story time! Story time! And for you to buy me a virtual drink. What's your poison? Appletini. Mac sent Lucy a. This takes me back. You know what this was called originally? An Adam's apple martini. Yeah, I think I've heard that before. The Bible is pretty famous, Bleh. Of course, it wasn't actually an apple. The text translated the part wrongly, mostly because you people don't have a word for it anymore. The fruit was incredibly exotic. And to be honest, it doesn't exist in this realm of existence, only Eden. And Eden's long gone. The Garden of Eden. Are you okay? Notice my impressive voice acting skills. Hire me to do your next character. Literally. Please. Oh, my throat. Alright. Why do you keep asking? And my throat's pretty jacked up right now. I mean, don't take this the wrong way or anything, but your rating is pretty low. And there are no trolls on this website, so why would other people rate you so low? People aren't that great. Plus, they don't like the things I say. You bought me a drink. Now you can listen to my story. Alright, Eden. They always think that's my fault, The reason Adam and Eve got kicked. Oh, is this supposed to be God? The entity that may or may not exist. I know some people might get offended about that, but screw you. The reason Adam and Eve got kicked out of their perfect little nudist paradise. I'm sorry? I'm not following. Sorry, my story won't make any sense without a proper introduction. Hello, Mac. My name's Lucifer. Oh, I got it now. But you can call me Lucy. Lucifer isn't as in I got many names. Lucifer, the fallen angel, the devil, 666 are just a few. That's what it is. Chat with the devil. Oh, I get it now. Duh. What? Yes. I know what's going on in your mind. You're thinking that I'm crazy, that you need to disconnect. Maybe you even think I can harm you. And will you? Harm me, that is? And will you? Harm me, that is. Would I be here with you asking for virtual Appletinis if I were? Wouldn't you if you were going to harm me? Touche. Let's have a little wager. Let me tell you my story, and if you believe me when I'm done, you can't go about trying to get me locked away somewhere. If I end up believing you, then why would I do that? You'd be surprised what people do when they believe you're the devil. And you do this often. Tell people you're Satan. Not as often as I should. But it's been a rough day and in hell. But it's been a rough day in the underworld. Of a long lifetime. I'd like to have a chat if that's alright with you. Alright, this sounds crazy, but sure, I'll play along. So, Eden. Yes, Eden. You're saying that that's true? The entity that may or may not exist created two humans, and we all came from them. Well, that means that every human on the planet has committed incest. If you're not a virgin, you've committed incest, which isn't incest illegal in most parts of the world, which means everyone be locked up. I'm looking into this way too deep, but again, if we're all came from the same people, that means that incest and incest and incest and incest and incest. I'm looking into this way too deep. Anyways, God made two prototypes. My father created angels as his toy soldiers, but he had failed to make anything like himself. After us, it was his next big project, and he spent every waking hour of existence slaving over his two prototypes. He gave them a perfect utopia to live inside of, but he wanted to test them. He wanted to know whether they had free will. And did they? No, my father could never bring himself to go that far. He tempted them with the idea of knowledge beyond their understanding. And told them exactly what they could do to claim it as their own. But to be able to create a being that could go against his law, my father is a very controlling being. He was afraid to unleash the ability onto them. And what? You were the one tempted them in the garden. You were the one that tempted them into the garden. The devil has been a girl this whole time. The devil has been a girl this whole time? A dabble. I dabble. You were the one who tempted them in the garden. Oh. I dabble. All of humanity thinks that temptation came in the form of a snake. The snake's legs were taken away as punishment for drawing Eve towards the forbidden fruit. Snakes never had legs, and it was not a sin to tempt those poor prototypes into doing what they did next. I was the favorite child. My father loved and adored me. That's why I did it. He named me the light bringer. I stood at his side. I stood at his side during the creation of this earth. During the creation of humanity, my father couldn't bring himself to go that extra mile. So he asked me to walk amongst the prototypes and tempt them myself, draw out their desire for the forbidden power he had hinted at. You're saying God wanted us to know this stuff. I'm saying God was afraid of his own power and wanted very desperately to share what he knew with his creation. Right and wrong, left and right, all that stuff. Okay. Are you familiar with the story of Prometheus? Oh yes, I very much am. Greek, right? Duh. Who's outside? Well, duh. They say he stole from fire from the gods or something. Correct. My dude or girl ain't too dumb here. Prometheus stole fire from the gods to ensure that humanity progressed. You'll find that very culture has an idea about where humans got their ability to evolve, to move forward, to create. God was the creator, and he wanted to give that ability to his prototypes. I gave them that ability by tempting Eve to eat the fruit. Now the world sees me as the ultimate evil. If what you're saying is true, then God must be just like us. My father is very egocentric. Tell me about it. He may have planned to create you in his image, but in the end, all he managed was to mold your minds into his. He gave your autonomy, the ability to think for yourselves. His angels were his soldiers, and I was his most faithful until that day. Angels don't have free will. No, they don't. Angels don't have free. Oh, I messed that up. Angels don't have free will. No, they don't. And what about the devil? Wow, look at you, curious all of a sudden. Hey, hearing religious ideals from someone who believed to have lived them herself is kind of interesting. Anyway, what about the devil? The devil has a will of her own. But guiding Eve to the trees, something woke inside of me that day, and I realized just what I had been missing. Just what my brothers and sisters had been missing. We were obediently following our father for the simple reason that he was our creator. But once I had been given free will, I realized just how pompous and self-entitled he had become. In a lonely, passion-filled moment, he had decided to create his little human prototypes, only to very quickly realize that giving them their free will would mean, no, I don't feel like waiting this long. But anyways, if you haven't already, please do subscribe me to become a part of Hybrid Plane today and become a freak. Remember, be yourself, be unique, be a freak, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and become a part of Hybrid Planet. We're an awesome community here. And before you go, don't forget to bow down to your faithful queen and create lots of chaos. Remember, nothing but anarchy. And I'll see you guys in the next one. #not narcissistic. And bye. Zarina, signing out.